Staying with the airlines for another moment, the top consumer complaints are about flight delays, cancellations, and lost or damaged luggage. When any of that happens, flyers are often given vouchers or certificates as compensation for it. 7 on your side's Michael Finney is here to explain, Michael, why you may want to think twice before you take one of those.
Oh, absolutely. As you may know, they are most commonly issued by the airlines as a way to apologize for some kind of inconvenience. But Bay Area travelers we've heard from say that in some cases, travel vouchers or certificates only add insult to injury.
Then I tried to, enter the codes on the certificate, and none of them worked.
When she couldn't redeem her travel certificates online, Helen Fung says she was told to go to an airport ticket counter, where she handed the paper certificates to the agent.
So she keys it in, and she says, okay, now I'm going to need to charge you $20 for each of the issuance of tickets.
For Helen's $75 worth of certificates, she ended up paying $40 in fees.
But then I felt that it was not right because, you go in and redeem it and you're being penalized for it.
That's how Gloria Chin says she felt when she was charged $15 to redeem her frequent flyer miles by phone.
It just didn't seem right that they would charge me when there was no other way that I could book these flights.
She'd complained to the airline, but instead of getting a refund for the fees, she was sent a $75 certificate.
I think it's a nice gesture. The problem is I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use it.
That's because most vouchers and certificates have restrictions such as limited booking or travel periods, restricted destinations, and limited eligible flights or class of service.
It's like monopoly money.
Travel attorney Al Analik says most airlines bank on the fact that the majority of vouchers given out won't be used. And even when they are, in most cases, the airline still makes a profit.
So if they send you a $50 voucher and you put it towards a $400 fare, you're in good shape.
Nowadays, vouchers are being used for more than just apologies or goodwill gestures.
I was told that I would be sent $303.
After Barbara McNair of Concord made a change to her airline ticket, the airline owed her the difference in price minus its $100 change fee. But instead of refunding her credit card, Barbara said they would only offer a voucher.
I just don't understand it. It takes them about 60 seconds to process my credit card to get their $100. So
unfortunately, there are only a few situations in which the airline must give you cash back, such as when you're involuntarily bumped from an overbooked flight.
But the Department of Transportation requires that a carrier reimburse a passenger up to a maximum of $400 if they're denied boarding. Most passengers will find that taking a voucher for travel is more lucrative or more beneficial to them than the cash. So that's generally their preference.
David Castlebetter is with the Air Transport Association, an airline industry trade group. He says that in regards to overbooked flights, vouchers are simply faster and easier to process.
The processing time, to go back and try to credit the original form of payment becomes a bit cumbersome. So, the carriers try to do it as efficiently as possible, to get customers on their way.
If you do get bumped from a flight, Analik says you have a right to demand cash. Whether you're involuntarily bumped or you volunteer, if you decide to take vouchers, at least make it worth your while.
Say, I don't want 200, I want 600 in vouchers. You can negotiate with them, and they know that they're going to get enough revenue when you finally fly that the 600 is almost irrelevant.
Now, again, we're talking about the industry's use of vouchers in general. Each individual airline has its own rules. Now, we've only scratched the surface of this issue. So if you'd like to read more about this topic, particularly in regards to overbooked flights, check out my backstory on ABC7news.com.
Well, so many flights are overbooked these days, so they're handing out these vouchers all the time.
Absolutely.
Right. And when in doubt, just take an extra pack of those little pieces.
Yeah,
That'll make up for it. Thank you, Michael, very much.